My dear friends, it is a pleasure to be with you today to celebrate the Malaysia GPM Awards and all the incredible efforts you've achieved. I also want to acknowledge all the efforts of Dr. Noor and Susnet for the tireless efforts in support of these awards, which we launched in 2015 and has become a great success. Speaking of success, we must celebrate achievements. These accomplishments that you have made need to be showcased as examples of what we can achieve when we prioritize sustainability. It goes without saying that we are in challenging times. I'd love to be there celebrating with you all in person, as Malaysia is my adopted second home. I was just there at the end of the year, and I truly treasure every time I'm able to visit. Now, here is what I really want to convey in my talk today. Our planet is grappling with unprecedented crises, including biodiversity loss, rapid population growth, diminishing natural resources, human-induced climate change, and deepening social and economic inequality. While a growing number of organizations are implementing strategies to address these pressing concerns, shifting the course of action on such a global scale is no simple task. Most of today's organizations were founded at a time when sustainability was primarily defined by financial health, with very little focus on social and environmental responsibility. Now, over the past 10 years, the definition of sustainability has evolved dramatically. Organizations are no longer judged solely by their financial success, but also by how responsibly they operate. Increased pressure for transparency driven by environmental, social, and governance, or ESG disclosures, and sustainability reporting has added new dimensions to how businesses are held accountable. This heightened demand for accountability now requires projects to align not only with organizational goals, but also with broader global frameworks for sustainability. The role of project management and the profession has never been more vital in meeting these new demands. In 2024, at GPM, we worked harder than ever. We released a new version of our P5 for Business. We released a new practice guide, our version 3, and completed our global research project representing over 100 countries. We launched a new competence standard, including project management, published 45 articles, 5 white papers, and a complete glossary of terms on our website. Additionally, we supported the Project Management Institute in developing their AI tool, assisted Praxis with their AI tool, and contributed to the APMG Portfolio Management Standard. So we've been pretty busy. We produced more core content than any other organization our size, and dare I say 10 times that of IPMA. And 99% of it is freely available, requiring no membership, no paywall, and no crazy gimmicks. The times we live in demand this level of action. They also demand that we take the next evolutionary step forward. To achieve true sustainability on a global scale, we must move beyond the mindset of do no harm and actively work to reverse the damage caused by human activity. With mounting challenges such as geopolitical instability, climate change, extreme poverty, resource scarcity, slavery, and inequality in all its forms, project management must step up to play a more significant role. What do I mean by the next step? And what do I mean by regenerate? The sustainability movement is stuck. It has stalled on the notion of do no harm. Many believe that simply avoiding harm or maintaining the status quo is enough. But let me be clear, it is not. The damage has already been done. Look at the flooding in Malaysia. Here's the truth. Until we understand that we are part of nature, nothing will truly change. We are not separate from nature or simply its caretakers. The forests, the oceans, the air we breathe, they aren't just resources, they are us. Treating nature as something outside of ourselves reinforces the illusion that sustainability can be achieved without fundamentally changing how we see and engage with the world. Look at how we approach resource management. We focus on using less or cutting back, celebrating small wins like reducing emissions or conserving water. While these efforts are better than doing nothing, they are not enough. They don't fix the root of the problem. They are temporary measures that keep a broken system going just a little bit longer. What we need is a complete shift in how we think and act. Instead of asking how much less harm can we do, we should be asking how much can we restore and rebuild. It's not enough to sustain what's left. We must regenerate what we've lost. I want to show you something. I'm not using slides today, but I want to share one key idea with you. That green circle in the center, that's sustainability. Everything else is already moving into the risk zone of our planet's operating space. Biodiversity and fertilizers have been in the red zone since the first data was published in 2009, 15 years ago. We've known for a long time that we need to protect biodiversity and reduce our reliance on harmful fertilizers. But the world has been focused on reducing CO2 emissions because it's a simple molecule and fits neatly into a reductionist approach. Here's the reality. CO2 isn't even the top risk. Biodiversity loss is complex and challenging to tackle, so it often gets pushed aside. But this complexity is exactly why we must act. Regeneration isn't just about reducing harm. It's about life. It's about development that actively supports life. Project management has always been a profession of optimism and problem solving. We bring order to chaos, solutions to challenges, and hope to the future. And this moment, as daunting as it may seem, is always a tremendous opportunity for us to lead the way towards regeneration. Regeneration is not an unattainable dream. It's a tangible, achievable goal. We have the tools, the knowledge, and most importantly, the collective will to create projects that restore ecosystems, rebuild communities, and drive progress for generations to come. Around the world, organizations and project professionals are proving that when we align our work with the principles of life and regeneration, we don't just mitigate risks, we create a thriving, resilient future. Each of you in this room, take a look around. You're already part of that change. Whether you're managing large infrastructure projects, leading smaller community initiatives, or shaping strategies in your organization, your work matters. The projects you delivered today, the projects you submitted for these awards, will ripple out into the world, shaping lives, environments, and economies. Imagine the impact we can have when every project prioritizes not just sustainability, but true regeneration. Together, we can rise to this challenge. Let this moment inspire you to think bigger, act bolder, and lead with courage. Let's embrace our role as people who build not just for today, but for the flourishing of all life, because that is who we are. We're project managers, and we are builders of a better world. Again, thank you, and thank you for all you do. I'll see you next year.